I'm telling you, just wait till this. So what I usually do is I take a photo of my hair before and after. So I'm showing you kind of how long it is. And then I'll post that on Facebook. I always do it before and after on Facebook. Y'all aren't pro cuts?
No, no more pro.
How much y'all charge?
It's 35.
Wow. The JCPenney's salon, they charge 30. And
It's no saying.
you want a little bit of advertisement? I do a YouTube show.
Yeah.
You want a little bit of advertisement or for a YouTube show? I do a YouTube show. I thought it was pro cuts. I'm looking for pro cuts, but I can give you some advertisement.
It's so different. It's not saying the pro cuts.
Do you have a business card?
This one.
All right. So basically, they're JBR. They do men's haircuts for 35.
Yes.
Pretty cool.
You like a haircut with beard?
Yeah, with the beard. I would, but I'm looking for the pro cut price, 35. I mean, JCPenney's was 30, but I didn't know y'all were here because I thought y'all were pro cuts. It says pro cuts outside.
Yeah.
Check it, this JBR outside.
Yeah, it's not waiting for the stay.
Maybe I'll use y'all some other time when I'm doing a little bit better.
Yeah.
But I didn't know y'all were here.
All right.
Appreciate you. All right. Nah, it's not pro cuts. They just didn't change the sign, so we got to put in where we can find pro cuts. This is their group right here. They do a little hair cutting thing for men. So I don't know. 35 is a little steep. I'm looking for a little bit cheaper. That's okay. We're gonna go to pro cuts. All right, so we're gonna find a real pro cuts. They just have the pro cut sign still out, but they're gonna change it to the JB, whatever it is, JBR or whatever. Okay, now I want to talk about New York actors. You know what they do. A lot of them will wait tables. They upsell that wine. They'll upsell. They know the wine menu. They know the mixed cocktails. They know the food. They know how to sell it. They know how to make it look good. They know how to pronounce it triply on the tongue, triply on the tongue, and triply on the tummy, but triply on the tongue. And they know how to sell these foods, right, at restaurants. They know how to be a good waiter, a good service person. Then they go home and they memorize lines. And then they show up on rehearsals when they can, when they schedule those rehearsals, and then they do that show, that off-Broadway show, until they find a really good agent. Now, they do this for a while. Rainn Wilson did it for 15 years. He struggled in New York City, eating noodles, barely getting by, for 15 years, and finally went out to Los Angeles. He just caved in. It took him 15 years. Finally went out to Los Angeles and landed the role in The Office. That was Rainn Wilson. He spent 15 years on Broadway. Not even Dustin Hoffman did that. Now, Dustin Hoffman lived in a place with Gene Hackman and Robert Duvall. All three of them lived together. And they would do pranks and stuff like that throughout the city. Like they'd go to the nearby shopping mall, like Neiman Marcus or whatever. And they had this lady that had a baby. And they were babysitting the baby. And they did a public display. The craziest thing, they tried to sell the baby. They held the baby up in the shopping mall and got a lot of attention saying, baby for sale, baby for sale. And a lot of people were like, who are these guys? Probably that's what made them famous. And that lady, you know, she got her baby back eventually, but they were babysitting at Neiman Marcus for a lady that worked at Neiman Marcus. She needed a babysitter. So she gave them their bed. She gave them her baby for the day. It was like a little tiny baby. Yeah, Gene Hackman, Dustin Hoffman, and Robert Duvall would know all about it. Whether it's been documented, I don't know if they've talked about it. I don't know if there's photographs on it. But Gene Hackman held the baby up saying, baby for sale, and everyone was just laughing. It was like a stand-up comedy routine right there in the shopping mart. Like Neiman Marcus or something. It was an upper-end shopping mall. That really happened. It really happened. But New York is crazy for the actor. You know, they're there for a while, and then they make what they call the big move. The big move is into Hollywood. And what they do is you get into that community of Hollywood, and your money goes to them, and your time and energy, and you invest stuff. I'm gonna get the shot of this little dog like in Wizard of Oz. It's a little terrier. It's like Toto. I'll get your dog, and your... I was gonna get you pretty and your dog too. It looked like Toto. We're gonna be there at Pro Cuts in a minute. All right, now right here where Pro Cuts is located, there's also a mural. It's of Dolly Parton. I don't know who put it here, but it's right next to this Hawaiian shaved ice, which I can't have because I'm on a diet. So far, I think I've only had 400 calories of beans. This is You'll Never Do a Whole Lot Unless You're Brave Enough to Try. The one and only Dolly Parton. And there she is. She had come to Texas a few times. I'm sure she played at Billy Bob's. She's an interesting cat. All right, let's get a haircut. Now, I better not walk into this Pro Cuts and it be like a fake thing. Oh, they got a mailbox here. It better be a legit Pro Cuts. That's all I have to say. That is a funny little move, though. Oh, it says nail spa on the outside. But that's on that side. Okay. I was thinking, what? I may have to wait a little bit. No, it didn't look like there's a lot of people. I usually would never wait this long for a haircut, but it's been so rough these last few months, especially from February. Luckily, we got that one donation of $200 from Sabrina Gear, and that helped a whole lot. So far that whole year, I made $200 on YouTube, which, you know, it's $200. I needed it for February. I would have been, who knows. We're going to Pro Cut, or Pro Cuts, sorry. Pro Cuts. There we go. Pro Cuts for hair. They're saying use other door. What door are they talking about?
Much. Because I need to see everything.
You need to see the whole photo?
Yes.
Okay. Like right here, they're about that long.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm. Which one?
That's ugly.
I don't like that.
I would not do it if you asked me.
You're thinking these two?
I like them though. Uh-huh. In between there. Yeah.
Okay. We'll go with that one.
Okay. Yep.
There's a really cool movie called Full Metal Jacket. It's written by Stanley Kubrick, or it's directed by Stanley Kubrick.
Good movie.
I don't know who it's written by, but it's based on a book called Short Timers.
Okay.
And it's about Vietnam, but the book is like really crazy.
It's always further and beyond than the movies. Yes.
But it starts off with all these guys getting their hair cut, shaved for the Marines.
Yes, I remember.
And every time I see that segment, I always, like when I'm getting a haircut, I always like revisit that in my head,
Right. Amazon super cheap.
Amazon?
Yes.
Okay, and they'll mail it right to you?
Yes, I'm not gonna lie, you can get it
Yeah.
cheap.
Have you heard of Bedhead?
Yes,
Do you like it?
I do.
All right, so Casey here at one of the last Pro Cuts in the Fort Worth area. They're gonna be changing their name to Ridgely Cuts, but there really are no more Pro Cuts, so anyway, I was gonna use Tony and Guy, but they're 70 and they're only 20. It's a pretty good deal. Well, right on Camp Bowie, Pro Cuts, the last Pro Cuts in Fort Worth. All the rest of them went out of business. She's saying that one's gonna be turned into Ridgely Cuts and that'll be the last Pro Cuts. I'm glad I got to use them. I've used Pro Cuts quite a bit when I was younger. That was the hot one to use. Now it's what they call, what do they call it? Great Clips. Is what a lot of people get coupons to Great Clips and they go to Great Clips, but she said the Pro Cuts aren't doing very well. But I just chose Pro Cuts because there was a Pro Cuts off of Cherry Lane. She said they turned that into a JBR, and then there's another Pro Cuts in Benbrook, which they changed that one too. So Great Clips is kind of taken over, and I've been using Great Clips quite a bit, so I'm glad I found a Pro Cuts. Boy, those tacos look good though. Still haven't had anything to eat other than beans. Just had a bowl of beans with Parmesan cheese and a couple slices of turkey. So I'm looking at about maybe, I'm gonna call it the bean turkey bowl. Maybe about, I don't know, 400 calories. Look, there's a jackalope. It's a jackalope. All right, we're gonna go ahead and go to 7-Eleven and get your cigarette products. Turns out some spritzer liquor or spritzer alcohol, some kind of truly something. I don't know. We'll figure it out in a minute. We got another one right here showing Friday and Saturday for May. Something to do with sports betting. Actually do have it. We're gonna go, let me make sure it's a variety pack, because your Truly Berry hard seltzer has variety, and then they have just one type of berry. So there's, you know, if it's a variety pack, then we might be in business right here. So it is variety. So we're going with the Truly, I believe it's berry? Truly Berry. And it's a variety pack. That's what they're going with. And then I'm gonna get everything else on a separate card. Oh, so sorry. Something's burning.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pizza? Oh my goodness. Probably gonna be a little overcooked. Yeah. Oh well. That's one pizza down the drain. Yeah, sometimes I don't really, now that I'm on a diet, I stay away from all of this stuff, so I don't recommend it, but some of the hot dogs are pretty good though. Okay, how you doing? All right, we're gonna go ahead and do this on one card. We're out there, only got 2 minutes to get the gas. About 3:14, not too bad. And then we're gonna bring your spritzer to your door. You ever notice, like, when you get your hair cut, it kind of itches in the back from the hairs that go in? There's another guy that was a salonist, was Danny DeVito. He was a hairstylist. And he did a play out in New York, and one of the greatest agents in New York City went and saw it and called him in his office. Said, Danny DeVito, we saw your play. You're got great energy, but I want you to quit acting. And Danny DeVito goes, what? I want you to quit acting because you're short, you're bald, and you got a temper. And Danny DeVito goes, oh man. Well, Danny DeVito went back to his hair salon, started cutting hair as a barber. And then one day, he heard something about Taxi, an audition. He goes to the Taxi audition, and the casting director goes, I need someone that's short, bald, and has a temper. And that guy right there might be it. And he was pointing right at Danny DeVito. He was pointing right at him. And next thing you know, Danny DeVito gets on Taxi, and he became Danny DeVito. The agent was wrong. Did decide to get a little bit of vitamin water. So it's not exactly soda, but I know it has sometimes sugar and stuff like that. So I probably should have went with Coke Zero, but I know it says vitamin water. They do put a little bit of vitamins and stuff in it. So we're still trying to get to 170 by the end of summer. That will be cut, muscular. We'll be in good shape. Brad Pitt kind of thing. I know Brad Pitt's a little bit better than Tom Cruise, man. He looks better than all of them. Tom Cruise is like in his 60s. So Tom Cruise is like what I think about, you know, when I'm out there jogging, because I saw some of the clips in Maverick. And that's amazing. He looks better than a lot of teenagers. And he's like in his 60s. Tom Cruise has defined the Superman, you know. He is proven to mankind that you can look good in your 60s. I'm gonna look up Tom Cruise's name. I mean his Internet Movie Database. I know his name. I'm gonna look up. I was compared to Tom Cruise. I'm taller, but I was compared to Tom Cruise when I was younger. My mom compared me to Tom Cruise. They go, you got that thing Tom Cruise has, and I was like, come on, mom. You know, gee, thanks. You know, but yeah, I was compared to Tom Cruise. I've been compared to Richard Gere too, and of course, the one and only Paul Rudd. Personally, I think Paul Rudd's better looking than all of them. But that's who I want to help me with Escape from Maine, is Paul Rudd. That's the first person I would cast. They'd say like, who do you want to play Jonah? And I'd say Paul Rudd, 100%. Because I may do a thing if they let me, you know, in the movie. I may do a thing where I throw myself in there writing and talking about I was going to do a thing where I was like, well, hey, let me go around Dover Foxcroft. Let me go around Maine and just vlog it and talk about things and put that in the movie as layering on top of the screenplay. Some of this kind of stuff on top of the movie. But I would want Paul Rudd to play my, a version of Jonah Samuel Camden III. I mean, I gotta drop up these seltzers, hard seltzers, variety pack of berry. All right, so I gotta get an ID on these people right here. Major squirrel problem. All right, trunk, open. I'm gonna have to just run these squirrels off. I just got a message from Linda. They got a little Buddhist thing right here. He's got like a nut in his mouth. Look at that squirrel, a crazy squirrel. He's got a big size nut right in his mouth. All right, we gotta get an ID, so I can't just drop this one off. Oop, I got a dog. Alright guys, we got a missing dog. The name is Pebbles. 817-703-2394. If he responds to Pebbles, it's the black 40-pound Labrador, crooked tail. I'd get a better shot than that, but I got a mail truck behind me. All right, we got to drop off. Well, actually, we got to do a pickup. All right, we're getting passed up by a United States Postal Service truck, but that's okay because they're the most powerful entity in the world, the United States Postal Mail. Now we're going to Mariachi Inn. We're gonna go. It's gonna be 1.8 on the mileage. We'll be there in 6 minutes. The arrival time will be 5:38 p.m. as in post meridian. When I cut someone down, whether it be the police or the president of the United States or whatever it may be, it hurts me. So if I insult someone, if I badmouth someone, that actually hurts me. It hurts me, you know. So I'm usually in a very bad mental state when I do that. And I want to show that in the show so that I can improve as a person. Now, do I recommend everyone do this? I don't know. If it helps you, then yes. But do I mean it? Maybe not. I am pro-life, but I do need to realize that I have to control to be a good representative, whether it be, you know, someone that's going to run for the president of the United States or someone that's going to, you know, run to be a movie star. You know, you have to keep it under control. But I feel that if I show it and I expose it, then it can improve me because I can go, okay, and I can see, you know, because I know that last night's show was probably a little mean, a little emotional. And I was approached by a cop and he was concerned about a loud noise that went on in my complex. And I was a little embarrassed by it and I was still trying to work out. So I have to be aware of how I get emotionally. And like I said, when I reveal a cut down or when I insult, then it hurts me. It doesn't improve me. It hurts me. So I have to recover from that. It's a little breakdown, then recover. Breakdown, then recover. So if you break down, then you have to find a moment to recover. The worst thing is when it gets physical, okay? Because we blah, 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 rough all day long, and it's just bark, bark, bark. When it gets physical, that's when you have to really start to work on yourself. And of course, it hasn't because I've just been blab-mouthing. But I have felt better since I've been jogging. I've been eating better, more salads, things like that, more greens, more broccoli, more health foods. And I'm going to try to see if I can use psychophysical involvement where you improve the physicality of you and it also improves the mentality, or what they say, the mental aspect of it, or the psychological. So there's a psychophysical involvement. Looks like it's construction. I was going to go down that way. Good thing I didn't. Those Volvos, though, man, they're in charge of a lot of those excavators. The Volvo right there, it's a Volvo product. These things last forever. Tearing up the road right there. Okay, so we're gonna find this place. Yeah, we found it. Mariachi Dine-In right over there. All right, Mariachi Dine-In. So they do food and mixed drinks, cocktails, and like tortilla stuff. They also use a thing called kamatsu right here, another excavator. All right, well, today's Friday. I'm at Mariachi Inn, and I got another message. I'm going to be dropping off your food at your doorstep. All right, we're at the Mariachi Inn, and we're going to drop your Mexican food off. It's going to be 8.6 miles for the travel, 15 minutes, and we'll be there at 6:33 p.m. post-meridian. Linda's a mysterious creature because she was probably the prettiest girl in Plano, East Plano High School, and she was also on the track team. But for some unknown reason, she would eat her lunch in the bathroom. We wrote a song called "Eating in the Bathroom at Lunch," but we did do that song on SoundCloud, and I think it's also on Drupal. I haven't put it on Bandcamp yet, but I probably will find it. You know what? I might do that tonight. I'll put "Eating in the Bathroom at Lunch" on Bandcamp. I should probably do that. But why she would eat her lunch in the bathroom, I don't know. Now, I remember at lunchtime, I'd go into the bathroom and I'd look at my hair because I was really obsessed with my hair in high school. I went to Richland High School, probably one of the racist schools in the nation. We were the rebels. Oh, I got a message. I gotta go. Anyway, I'll tell you about it later. Right, we have tons and tons of cars right here, and I was thinking like a really good idea to do a biopic on Madonna. She's 64 now, but I know exactly who could play her without a doubt. Dakota Fanning, all the way. Dakota Fanning looks very similar to Madonna. If you look at Dakota Fanning and Madonna's early time, you could fix up Dakota Fanning, make her look just like Madonna, and do a great biopic of Madonna. I was just thinking that the other day, because Madonna is 64 years old. She was exactly 15 years older than me. And you know, back in the day, that was Marilyn Monroe. Back in the day, Madonna was the hot stuff, and every guy did it to Madonna. You know what I mean? You'd be lying. Every guy from the 90s, they at least tried her one time. Not that they actually did her, but you know what I mean. They thought of her or whatever. Madonna, back in the day, she was an Italian angel. You know, she was an Italian marvel. Of course, that age, you know, she still has her poetry. She still has her music. That's something that she still has. And there's still some purity somewhere in the mix, you know, because of the fact that she's done so many great #1 songs. Actually, to be honest, I'm probably going to listen to Like a Prayer. I really like that song, Like a Prayer. Correction, it's Just Like a Prayer. I'm going to listen to it. God, it's so sad how the world is. But it's a good thing. Madonna will endure till the end. Now, if any musician on this planet could sell her own voice, it was Madonna. She knew how to sell. Now, she got insulted. There's some people that told her that she sounded like Minnie Mouse. But she knew how to sell her voice. I mean, she knew how to make it sound beautiful, you know. She knew how to do it. Just Like a Prayer is an interesting, it starts off with everyone must stand alone, you know. It's an interesting aspect to stuff. Now, I know now she's gotten into some weird kind of, you know, the last video I saw was like, whoa, just whoa. Don't know what Wayne and Garth would do at that point. Of course, they have gray in their hair. They'd probably still bow and say they're not worthy. They'd probably say it even more so. We're even more so not worthy. We're not worthy. We're not worthy. Here's a little pond right here. But I like that one, and I also like the other one where she's on the beach with the mermaids. Okay, Just Like a Prayer, she's in front of a cross, a burning cross. The mermaid one, oh, it's something about like, Oh, what does she do in that? It has something to do. God, I'm almost 50. It's amazing. I'm gonna be 50. My birthday's coming up, and I'm gonna turn 50. I don't feel 50. I feel 19. I'm still jogging 2.5 hours, like 2 hours a day. I can barely get through it, but I'm still doing it. Emotional something. Emotional. Something, I don't have to look it up. It has a mermaid in it. I'm going to look it up. Never would have got that one. I had to look it up. Cherish your heart. That one. The Cherish one is the one where she's on the beach and there's a mermaid. Or there's a merman is really what it is. That one's a pretty good one too. I might listen to that one too. Bringing back some 1980s. Going into the 90s. Got it. I'm still running with my hurt knee, but I don't really care anymore, you know? I'm just gonna go right through it. You're always gonna get injured anyway, so. The wind was blowing and I turned the camera on and there it goes. Oh well. Waze took me the wrong way to Little Sushi. That's where we're going, is Little Sushi. See if I can show Waze. It's not showing it. But anyway, let me see if I can show where it tells me on Waze as opposed to the real area. Or the real map. Whoops, looks like it's taking me to the right area. For some reason it took me way over there by Kroger. But anyway, it's 1.3 miles, I guess, add-on. And then 4 minutes and then we'll be there at 7:12. See if both of them are taking me the right direction. Yeah, they are now. Yeah, they took me way over there by Kroger. And I have no idea why. So, Tom Cruise, born in 1962. Looks like a teenager. If you look at his headshot, he could play a teenager. He looks better than a lot of teenagers. Amazing. They must have done something to science. That's amazing. I just looked at it now. He's 60 years old. He was born in 1962. He's 11 years older than I am. Looks like a freaking teenager. It's amazing. About Tom Cruise too. He is 60 years old. He was born in 1962. His body looks better than a lot of teenagers too. There's definitely something that they need to study it and analyze everything they did to get that guy to look that young. Was he jogging? Was he swimming? I know Paul Newman would swim 70 laps a day or something like that. It was a great amount. We got to find the sushi place. I'm jogging up to 2 hours a day, but it's a lot of walking and jogging. It's not. There's a Rusty Taco. This is like a sushi place that we're going to drop off the sushi at your doorstep. And plus I do delivery too. So I get a lot of steps in, but I don't count the steps. Well, I take what I do. I might can do this. I might can count the steps. So what I can do, I can take the iTouch, because I use the iTouch when I work out, and then I can compare it with the steps that I do in delivery. That might be a good vlog. So what I can do is I go out for the, when I do the jog or the hike, I call it a hike because it's more like walking and jogging. Then I'll look at that and take note of how much steps I did for that actual particular jog. And I'll do the same thing, and I'll do a screenshot and put it on there for like a vlog. I'll see if I can remember to do a screenshot of how many steps I put in delivery. Because this is only going to count for delivery, because I use a different device when I work out, which is called an iTouch. It's an Apple. All right. We're going to look where this puppy is, and I know I've done this before, and I thought they were right there. They are. They're right next to Rusty Taco. Okay. I'm just going to park over here where it's kind of easier to kind of just med spa, skincare. Then we're just going to go in and I'm going to show you where it's at, though, because it's kind of a tricky area. When you're doing delivery and you're looking for little sushi, they're on the other side of Rusty Taco. There's Ridgely right over there. Got a little crowd at Rusty Taco, like a ruckus. So you got a United States Postal Office if you're trying to drop off a bill or something. And also, you don't forget about the FedEx. You got a FedEx right there too. It's a really good place to eat. You need to get a FedEx to deliver a mail thing through the USPS. They are there. Okay. That's Rusty. There's Little. That's why I couldn't find it. Little Lily Sushi. Right there. Oh, this is really cool. They got a little booth thing right here. Thank you. Oh, that is cool. Alright, cool. Let's see that.